It's Adil Fazal here, market analyst at CFDs.com, bringing you a review of the European markets at end of days trading 7th of March 2017. Please be sure to visit TradeSignal, signals and market updates from leading providers at www.tradesignal.com. You can certainly download the app at the Google Play and the Apple App Store. Okay, now let's try and decipher exactly as to where we closed and where this market is actually headed. Now, in terms of the actual stats, let's just bring them up for you. In terms of Europe, you have the FTSE finishing down 11 points, the German DAX finishing up 7 points, the French CAC down 17 points, FTSE mid flat, and the rest of the European equities more or less flat as well. Okay, in terms of the bullish news today, or even the bearish news, we had bearish news in terms of factory orders. German factory orders down 7%, certainly hurting sentiment there early in the morning. UK house prices certainly weaker as well. PPI inflation data from Italy certainly coming in on a stronger side. Eurozone GDP actually came in line. So did the US trade balance as well. Red Book certainly came in slightly weaker. Canadian exports came in slightly stronger. Okay, international trade slightly improving as well. The dairy auction certainly came in weaker. Economic optimism in the US certainly came in weaker as well. Now we're waiting for the API data that's out around half past 9 in the evening. RBA is certainly hawkish as well overnight. We have the Kiwi manufacturing sales and obviously GDP number from Japan, and then we have the imports and exports and trade balance data out overnight from China. So that certainly will be interesting as to which way the market will move overnight. Okay, now Mr. Trump certainly beating the bush in terms of beating the drums of fiscal stimulus again. Okay, so again that should certainly help US markets certainly keep afloat. Okay, now in terms of the technical picture, let's just go over to the German DAX now, folks. Okay, daily chart, the German DAX we've certainly held this key diagonal trend line. Okay, bulls certainly in control if that holds. We've consolidated within that green candle, so therefore looking for bullish continuation pattern. 60-minute chart certainly holding support here at building a base as well around the 11,930 zone, so that must be respected. You're looking to potentially target the upside at 12,030, so watch out for that gap above. The 10-minute chart, the German DAX at the moment, again you've built a base, you've made a triple bottom now. The next potential attack will be on the upside, one would presume, and one would expect as well, and therefore looking for gap fill at 12,025, and the next resistance being 12,060 on the upside. Okay, so yes, looking for gap fill above at 12,030, so watch out above in terms of the German DAX there, folks. Okay, so very, very important to watch out above in terms of the next move in the German DAX. Okay, folks, very, very important. Okay, now in terms of the French CAC, let's see exactly where that stands. Let's go over to the French CAC here, going over to the daily chart. Okay, so the French CAC still remains bullish given the fact that we're holding previous resistance equals support. Bullish price action, bullish bias. We did put in a potential bottoming tail towards the close as well. 60-minute chart on the French CAC at the moment. Again, you certainly have that concept of previous resistance equals support, so let's just watch out for that in terms of the next potential move in the marketplace. Let's just have a look. Okay, so looking at a potential continuation pattern here, previous resistance equals support. The 10-minute chart at the moment, let's just have a look here. Okay, so the 10-minute chart, let's have a look. Okay, in terms of the next move in this marketplace. Okay, so in terms of the French CAC, now you have this potential continuation pattern here in terms of the bearish moves. Okay, so you're certainly setting up here. Okay, so we've certainly put in a potential intraday double bottom at 4940. We've obviously bounced subsequently. You have an unfilled gap above at 4995. Provided US markets build a base and start to thrust higher, then you will see a rally in European equities as well, especially given the fact that the euro is back now below 1.06. So watch out for that. Okay, so certainly keep an eye out for that. In terms of the FTSE 100, let's bring that up for you. You're on the daily chart, the FTSE 100. We're still above previous resistance equals support. So FTSE 100 certainly needs to be respected here, okay, in terms of the next potential move higher or being higher as well. So just bear that in mind. 60-minute chart, the FTSE, we did actually eventually flush from 7360 down to 7340. but we still remain above the previous resistance equal support, so no real technical damage done as such for the bulls. Okay, if anything, basically just consolidation before we actually get this next thrust higher. So just bear that in mind. That certainly is going to be interesting going forward. Okay, now 10-minute chart. FTSE building a base here at 7340. Obviously, if 7340 were to go, then you are looking at 7320 support. If 7320 were to go, then the bears certainly would certainly wreak carnage. So bear that in mind, okay? And Theresa May certainly got her vote passed as well, so that certainly reduces some uncertainty there as well. Now, my only concern with regards to the FTSE is to keep an eye on the actual sterling. Sterling certainly is coming into support now, so just bear that in mind. Your 4-hour chart certainly putting in a potential doji there, and certainly looking to reverse 60-minute chart as well. So again, that's my only concern in terms of the sterling chart being into support. If you start to see a rally in sterling, then it certainly will cause the FTSE to halt in its tracks. So all eyes on sterling. Okay. In terms of the Euro stocks now, last but not least, let's just see exactly where we stand. Daily chart was an inside bar. On the daily chart, really the next real resistance on the daily chart for the Euro stocks at the moment. I mean, you do have previous resistance equal support at 2340. Given the fact that if we pace, 3404, if we break through there, then you are looking at the next resistance being 3500. So it'll be interesting to see how the European equities react here, folks. All eyes on European equities, okay? In terms of the next potential move in the market. 60-minute chart at the moment holding support. You still have an unfilled gap below, but European equities still remain stellar regardless of the talk of or the rhetoric of hawkish ECB. Now, looking at the daily, or so we say 10-minute chart, you do have an inverted head and shoulders formation pattern here. You certainly are coiling, falling contracting wedge type pattern, looking to thrust higher up to 3395, then 3340, 3403. So let's just watch out for those gaps above. Okay, so again, looking to close that gap. Right, I think that's a good summation now of European equities. Please be sure to visit cfds.com for your trading needs and certainly take advantage of the bonus. Goodbye now.